New toys. So, new toys have been added in a patch 9.1.5, including for the Midsummer Festival, Noble Garden, and Winter Veil. And the 2021 Winter Veil gift has been data mined, and there's also stuff added for the Love is in the Air event. So for Midsummer, there's the Fire Festival Batons, which adds some spark to your dance moves for 15 minutes, costing 50 blossoms. One for Hot Feet, so that's actually a fun little effect for 100 blossoms. And a Skillet, kneel down and allow others to cook over you for 150 blossoms. For Noble Garden, there's the Egger Basket, increases speed by 60% for 10 seconds, but it only works during Noble Garden where the brightly colored eggs are hidden. So if you were thinking you could have used that for zooming about the place, nope.
Fun place. There's
also the Spring Florist pouch, which plants a flower for Love in the Air. We've got black and rose petals to shower people with. Looking at your Christmas... Oh, people talk about the Christmas gifts. Yep. Then, there's the chorus book, which lets you sing for Winter's Veil, and the new 2021 gift, which has been data mined. And if you don't want to see what it is, because I think some people maybe like to have that be a surprise, there it is. You can maybe read it on the screen, look away, spoilers, etc.
Close your eyes.
And now it is not on the screen anymore. But what is cool is some cool customizations and things that this toy can do, which is just neat. Maybe it's a more in-depth toy they've implemented, which certainly would be a cool thing. Whew, okay. We've made it through, Matt.
Jobs are good.
We've made it through.
Jobs are good.
Right then, other PTR updates, more Vigigame related. So, Legion Mythic Plus Time Walking tuning. They have done some. Basically, they're including tuning adjustments intended to reduce the difficulty of these dungeons by around 3 keystone levels. While there's still work to do, they expect they should feel closer to their Shadowlands counterparts at a given key level. So, Azurite gear and essences are no longer going to function in these. So that's been fixed.
Good and bad.
They don't want to drastically change the feel of dungeons or available strategies, but they are open to adding some things that better match modern player expectations or improve the feel of a dungeon, such as active mitigation mechanics. Snapping fixes could be a part of that as well.
Yeah, I think removing active mitigation stuff is going to be fairly important to this, because the game's literally, and I guess it's one of the problems of rapidly changing grossly changing your design over time, is that the old dungeons won't work. Because especially, who is it? I can't remember which boss. It was one of the bosses that knocked you flying. I think it's the Dargirl at the end of Notharians. Send you flying if you don't have active mitigation up. But the game's no longer designed around always having active mitigation as a tool. So that would be a nightmare if they didn't fix this. So I'm actually kind of pleased by the prescience they're showing and going, right, let's sit down and think, what do we need to change before these go live? As opposed to, here they are, they're live, please let them be good. So that's something I'm happy to see. Although I would almost rather they chose a design for, I was about to say jobs, shows what game I've been playing, for classes to just stick with that going forward. There's my 2 cents on that anyway.
I know, absolutely. Then if an Infernal Beacon is not activated, it will activate automatically when a boss is close, when the boss close to it is engaged. Sometimes reading is hard, everyone. The main goal here is flexibility and allowing for bold strategic choices to save time, but a more clear upside is something we've discussed as a possibility. Really, I need to just play some Infernal to get a feel for it. Which I'm actually excited to do, because as much as there is a lot of negative sentiment and cynicism and all that around World of Warcraft, Legion Time Walking will be fun. Doing Mage Tower will be fun. I am genuinely actually looking forward to and excited for patch 9.1.5. I know I'll engage with it in a limited and specific way, but I'm going to take it for what it is, have some fun, and, maybe 9.2 is going to be... Did Towley tease 9.2 being different?
No, just 10.
Just 10.
Yep.
Okay, well, here, Towley, if you want to give us a handy wee tease in 9.2, I mean, we wouldn't complain, mate. We wouldn't complain.
Wouldn't say no, bud. Work away.
Then for allied races, so they've implemented the hand glow effect that was only available on the female. It's now available on the male as well. So that's pretty good. They also fixed an issue with the mouths on several Nightborn face options. Now then, for Threads of Fate, also some changes. Talanara now offers a Torghast daily quest for experience in Soul Ash. But what they've done is they've increased the amount of experience points earned from completing Torghast, Tower of the Damned side objectives and defeating the end of run boss.
Good job.
I think when you did that originally, Matt, they had a situation where there was a bug, and it was it Torghast XP reduced by the bug, or was it Quest XP?
It was the XP. It was because you know how the bonus XP thing works. Whenever you're below level, you do a world quest. It gives you bonus XP. That was the mechanic through which they gave you extra experience for finishing the quest, as opposed to the quest being worth a lot.
Yeah.
It was a bonus XP item that wasn't an item, the way it's automatically redeemed. It was that, and they said the bug was that wasn't giving as much as possible or as much as feasible. But I think the problem I had was a little bit more about the side objectives and defeating the boss, where the time I liked it the most was actually in alpha at the very beginning, when they scaled you, or they scaled you up to 60, but you were still level 50 because you didn't, that's how they wanted it to work. But you got proper decent mob XP from killing each mob, but you get piss all XP per mob kill. So this is more about actually playing Torghast a bit more effectively rather than mob grinding. So it was also the case where it was you had to do Torghast twice daily to get it, which I think was a pretty big ask. So I'm happy to see they've dropped that down to once.
Right.
But I think it's still, well, I would have to see exactly how much XP you get from the side objectives in defeating the end of run boss. But I feel like it could have been drastically more than it was, and I think it was somewhere between the 20 and 50% range. I believe it was bugged, so it was 20 to 50% more, and I still think that's way too light. But mostly because it feels like your time's not respected because you're ticking boxes off, and once the boxes are ticked off, then it's like bing bing, there you go. So I feel like need to see, but
this and then increase mob XP is maybe the play.
I feel like it would be better if mob XP was higher, but I can see why they would want people to play Torghast correctly versus completely clear every mob on every floor all the time for XP, because mob grinding is a little bit more boring by comparison to going.
But to some people, getting an overpowered, this is what I would then sort of come in with. To some people, getting a super overpowered Torghast build and actually building that up and then going on some big gigapools and stuff to get XP could be a satisfying thing, because just different people play games in different ways. Maybe you could say the objectives are super prescriptive in the gameplay style, and there's some people who would like to do the objectives, get super powerful, and grind a bunch of mobs. Hard to say. Yeah. It's certainly an improvement, and just one we'll have to test.
Yep, absolutely.
So next up then, text-to-speech, enemy and boss dialogue options.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this is great. So enemy and boss dialogue options have been added to the text-to-speech settings. And here's the options coming courtesy of Wowhead. So creature emote, boss emote, creature, a lot of data, enabling or disabling creature emotes and boss ones and boss whispers, creature yells, boss whispers, boss emotes, creature whispers, creature yells, boss whispers, creature whispers, and creature yells. So basically just a whole bunch of that, which is all good for the text-to-speech feature. This is going to be fantastic for, for people with impairments. This helps them get around that. I think accessibility options are just fantastic.
Yeah, I think
the more the merrier. They're great. Yeah,
because I think a lot of players might not actually notice this, and I rarely notice it because you have so many add-ons that do the job for you, telling you things that you pay attention to what add-on sounds are happening or what's visually happening. Audio cues are incredible all the time. For everything, audio cues are incredible in games. So, text-to-speech for that could be really helpful, because there's a lot of times where you won't notice, like I think it's Painsmith. Painsmith has a voice line for his mechanics for his phase switches.
Yeah.
So through all of the visual noise, you could hear him, you could hear the text-to-speech for stuff like that, and you can use this to backport to things that don't have voice acting for lines. So you can now just say, oh yeah, I'll have this dungeon boss say this for doing a mechanic. Look at that. Now you've got, especially if you've got text-to-speech installed, or for people to or for people to see. Look at that. You solved an accessibility problem, and now your game is literally designed better.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't tried it out myself. Do you know what the voice quality is like?
Haven't a clue. Not a single clue.
Might be something to investigate then.
Yeah.
Very good.